What is the best VR headset? These are the best VR headsets you can buy, including standalone VR headsets and ones for PCs and phones. Selecting the best VR headset for your needs can prove difficult. Not only are headsets still niche products, whether it's for a gaming PC, a games console or a smartphone, they all need different kinds of headsets. Combine that with the emerging standalone headset category, and it's a lot to consider right from the off. But choice is a fine thing, and it makes selecting the best VR headset for you a case of figuring out what device you want to use the headset for and what type of VR experience you wish to have. But before you dive headlong into some research, Tom's Guide has a roundup of the best VR headsets you can buy right now. These VR headsets vary in price and requirements, from all-in-one standalone goggles to systems that allow for room-scale virtual reality, providing you have a suitably powerful PC to run the headset and accompanying sensors. There's also a wider range of apps and games you can now use with different VR headsets, ranging from simple mobile apps to fully fledged AAA games. Valve's Half-Life: Alyx is one such high-end VR game and is pretty much a must-have for anyone willing to invest in a more expensive PC-linked VR headset. What are the best VR headsets? Currently, our pick for the best VR headset is the Oculus Quest 2, which replaces its predecessor the Oculus Quest. The reason for that is the Oculus Quest 2 offers a comprehensive all-in-one VR experience, whereby you don't need to go around fiddling with fitting smartphones into difficult and plasticky headsets or connecting a load of wires to a PC and setting up external sensors. Instead, you can simply set up the Oculus Quest 2 and then get cracking with VR without worrying about tripping over cables or running out of smartphone battery life. To a powerful PC. In that case, the Oculus Rift S, HTC Vive, and Valve Index are your best bets. Do bear in mind you'll need a good bit of free space to get the most out of these headsets, especially if you plan on doing room-scale VR. If you have a PS4 or PS4 Pro handy, then the PlayStation VR is a good option. Its simple setup means you'll be playing games like Batman, Arkham VR and Star Trek: Bridge Crew in no time. Just make sure you have a PlayStation camera handy. If you're on a strict budget, then a smartphone-based VR headset could be a good option, but it's not the best way to experience proper VR. However, if you want to go this route, then we'd recommend the $149 Oculus Go, as that delivers a smartphone VR experience without needing to have a decent phone to power it. The best VR headsets you can buy today: 1. Oculus Quest 2. Following up the Oculus Quest wasn't going to be an easy task, but the Oculus Quest 2 improves upon its successor across the board. In fact, it's our pick for the best overall VR headset. With a slicker, more intuitive design, faster performance and better resolution, the Oculus Quest 2 delivers the best VR experience you can have without needing a powerful PC or loads of cables. Starting at $299, it's not the cheapest VR headset around, but you do get an all-in-one system that can deliver room-scale VR across a broad library of games and apps. It's also a better designed headset than the older Quest. It ditches the plain black of its predecessor and is 10% lighter, and the Quest 2's light gray design is highlighted by a black face strap and a quartet of camera sensors make it look simple, fun and inviting all at once. Improved audio and overall specs boot further sweeten the VR package. You can also link the Oculus Quest 2 to a PC and use it with full-fat gaming computer-powered VR games. Just bear in mind the cable is a costly extra. But if you've yet to dive into VR or want to finally go untethered, the Oculus Quest 2's price, game library and overall ease of use make it the best entry point into virtual reality yet. 2. Oculus Rift S. The original Oculus Rift was one of the best VR headsets around for connecting to a PC and enjoying immersive gaming. The Oculus Rift S builds upon that. The headset itself is a lot sleeker than before, and it now has a 1280 by 1440 resolution display with a fast 80 Hz refresh rate. And it's rather light as well, which makes it ideal for long sessions of VR gaming, whether you're sitting at your desk or enjoying VR in a larger space. It also has a rather neat feature in the form of speakers that are integrated in the headband, avoids the need to use the original Rift's onboard headphones. The audio results are fairly impressive. Thanks to Oculus Insight tracking tech, the Oculus Rift S can deliver room-scale VR without the need to place external sensors around the place. And it comes with the impressive touch controllers that nearly track movements and help make VR feel a lot more kinetic and immersive. And the Oculus Rift S comes with an impressive library of games all on the Oculus Store, with notable highlights including Beat Saber, Superhot, Job Simulator. Overall, the Oculus Rift S is the best VR headset for folks looking for a PC-based system that plays a huge library of great games for a decent price. 3. PlayStation VR. If you want to play VR games on a console, then the PlayStation VR system is your best, and pretty much only bet. It combines a neat headset that looks semi-futuristic and is surprisingly comfortable, with a superb range of games that's been slowly expanding. You can play games like Star Wars Battlefront, Rogue One X-Wing Mission, Eve, Valkyrie, and Batman: Arkham VR, as well as Astro Bot Rescue Mission, one of the more interesting recent VR games. If you have a PS4 or PS4 Pro, then PlayStation VR is one of the more affordable ways to play VR games, especially given that you don't need an expensive gaming PC. Yet with the Initiative Move controllers and movement tracking, you are still getting a rather high-end VR experience. Granted, it won't quite deliver the resolution of the Oculus Rift or HTC Vive, but it can deliver a 120Hz refresh rate in some games. But you don't just have to use it for games, as it can also be used to make watching movies more immersive. You can set it up so that you are in a virtual theater, which makes watching Blu-ray movies quite an experience. As such, if you're a PlayStation fan and want to get into VR games, the PlayStation VR is highly recommended. 4. Oculus Go. While the Oculus Rift S might take care of high-end VR that needs a powerful PC connected to it, the Oculus Go is targeted at people who want a cheaper VR headset without needing to put a smartphone in it either. Equipped with a Snapdragon 821 chipset, the Oculus Go is an all-in-one VR headset that comes with a 5.5-inch 2560 by 1440 WQHD fast switch LCD display that converts to 1280 by 1440 per eye, which is impressively sharp for a lower-end headset. Cutting the wires to a PC or gaming laptop MIG-HT mean the very highest fidelity VR gaming is out of reach for the Oculus Go. But it still delivers plenty of crisp detail, solid color and spatial audio, as well as provide access to an expansive suite of apps and games. Thanks to Facebook's influence, there's a keen focus on social and entertainment features, such as the ability to create your own virtual apartment in the Oculus Rooms app. 5. HTC Vive. Following in the footsteps of the Oculus Rift, the HTC Vive showed what game company Valve could do when working in partnership with a tech company. The result was a stellar VR headset that delivered a virtual reality experience that really had you moving around rather than sitting in one place and looking around. Valve's Lightroom technology allows you to map out a space that you will walk, crawl or tiptoe through, depending on the game, while Chaperone ensures you don't walk into a wall or trip over a beloved pet. The controls are a high point too, at the time offering a more revolutionary feeling of being able to literally reach out and grab something, albeit by pulling a trigger than gripping with your hands. The virtual experience is still pretty awe-inspiring, despite other VR headset catching up with the HTC Vive. The only thing to bear in mind here is that it requires external tracking sensors, a powerful PC to run, and a good degree of setup and space. So for people in small apartments it might not be the best VR headset for them. 6. Valve Index. Valve ought to know a thing or two about gaming experiences, and the company's experience working with HTC and its work on Lighthouse tracking technology have all fed into the Index. From the moment you wear the headset, you can appreciate the high-quality construction, built-in ear speakers, and comfortable cushions, although it is noticeably heavier than other VR headsets on the market. The controllers are one of the highlights. Since they strap onto your hand, you don't need to keep a grip on them at all times, plus they're customizable to your own hand shape and include pressure-sensitive controls, adding extra immersive potential to games that support it. The display is an LCD panel which offers a range of refresh rates to suit your computer's processing power, plus it offers images just as high-res and sharp as its rivals. There's also a pair of cameras and a USB expansion slot on the front, which can theoretically allow the Index to be upgraded in the future without needing to replace the whole headset. The headset can suffer from technical problems, is heavy to wear, and for some unfathomable reason there's no included USB-C cable to charge up the components, but don't let this put you off the benefits the Index will have for your in-game enjoyment. 7. Panasonic 3D VR glasses. The Panasonic is as close as you can get to a high-end virtual reality headset without paying an exorbitant price. It features a cloth design in front, similar to Google's Daydream, along with an adjustable plastic headband that's reminiscent of the PlayStation VR. Panasonic's headset also packs built-in headphones with an aux input, which is great if your phone still sports a headphone jack or if you have an adapter on hand, and a dial on top for adjusting the focus. In front, the headset features a small flap for holding your phone in place, leaving the camera uncovered for any AR-based mobile apps. Despite all that open space, the Panasonic manages to block out almost all external light for a pretty immersive experience. Playing Roller Coaster VR on this headset was exhilarating, and a 360-degree shark experience was a blast. Even a fan-created Star Wars VR video on YouTube was fun to watch through the Panasonic. Nothing about the headset detracted from any of these experiences, making the Panasonic one of the best overall VR headsets at this price. 8. Top Maxion's 3D VR glasses. If you want a no-frills VR headset, then the Top Maxion's is a headset to consider. It has a minimal design with neat touches like foam padding to protect your face, yet avoids making your head too hot if you wear it for an extended amount of time. A removable outer cover opens things up for some augmented reality action facilitated through your phone's camera. And a suction cup panel will help hold your phone in place. On the downside, there's no way to adjust the focus, but thankfully, the visual quality was actually pretty good during testing with Roller C. Oster VR and a few 360-degree YouTube videos. The head strap in the back also needs to be manually attached, but thanks to a Velcro design, that takes only a few seconds to do. Overall, this is a capable little VR headset at a shockingly low price, though it's missing a few frills we saw in other models, like built-in headphones and adjustable focus. 9. Google Cardboard. Google Cardboard isn't a standalone headset anymore but a name given to a group of cheap VR headsets made from cardboard. Much like some of the other cheap VR headsets on this list, the Cardboard headset rely on a smartphone to do the VR heavy lifting. It's one of the best ways to give VR a go without spending money. There are quite a few Google Cardboard headsets to choose from, courtesy of various brands. While we've not tested these, you can't really go wrong with taking a punt on one of the cheap headsets. If you like the VR experience, then you can go on and get a more fully fledged VR headset. 10. Hamado Virtual Reality 3D Wireless Headset. The Hamado Virtual Reality 3D Wireless Headset is another very chap way to get started with VR. It's another smartphone-powered headset and provides an easy way to access VR experiences and games. From user reviews, its build quality isn't fantastic and it doesn't provide a sublime VR experience. But for its price, it's almost an off-the-cuff purchase that won't sting when you get fed up with it. How to choose the best VR headset for you. Buying a VR headset can be divided roughly into two categories: a full VR setup or a beginner's exploration of virtual reality. The latter can be as easy as picking up a Google Cardboard headset, downloading some apps on your smartphone, popping your phone into the headset, and getting started. The former requires a lot more consideration. If you're going for a powerful VR setup, then you need to consider whether you have the space for room-scale VR, which often requires a large amount of empty square space, say a big spare room. If you have less space, then you can still enjoy VR at a smaller scale or even accept that you'll be sitting down when you use it. For flight simulators, this can be ideal. Next up, you'll need to consider the specs of the desktop or laptop you plan to use your VR headset with. The best experiences require a powerful gaming PC so that VR environments are rendered realistically and run smoothly to prevent you from getting too motion sick. Some VR games and apps aren't too demanding, meaning you can get away with a reasonably well-spec'd PC. But if you're investing in a high-end headset like the Valve Index, then you'll want a powerful PC backing it up. Be prepared for such a setup to be rather expensive. And there's also the PSVR headset to consider, which is Sony's dedicated headset for the PS4 and PS4 Pro. This can offer a reasonably straightforward way into VR gaming, but it's also limited to the games the console can support, which aren't exactly prolific. How we test VR headsets. Identifying the best VR headsets takes a suite of things to consider, from the hardware itself to the software the headsets will work with. We test and consider how easy it is to set up a VR headset and system. how well designed and comfortable the headset is, how well its interface works, and take a look at the accessories the VR headset can use. We also take a look at how specific VR headsets work such and how easy the interface to use, as well as how head tracking performs and the quality of the controllers with the headsets. A major part of initial testing involves evaluating how much space is needed to set up one of our picks for the best VR headsets to get the most out of them. This doesn't apply to headsets that use a smartphone to power them, but in this case, we look at how easy they are to get working with an Android phone and well as how much software one needs to download and how well the phone fits inside the headset's enclosure. A product can look great but still be uncomfortable to use. Aside from testing out all the various content, we spend at least 30 minutes wearing each headset. We test to make sure any embedded air vents are keeping things cool. And if it does get sweaty, we see how well the face guard wicks away moisture. We also weigh the headsets, because even the lightest gadget can feel heavy after long periods of use. Finally, we test how adjustable the head straps are and how secure they feel. As the de facto face of your virtual experience, the interface is vitally important. We test how responsive and intuitive the home page and subsequent menus are, as well as test special features, like voice commands and gesture control. Whether it's a traditional gamepad or something more elaborate, like the Rift's touch controllers, we're checking to see if the input devices are ergonomically designed. After all, no one wants hand cramps. We also test tracking and responsiveness in a number of games. Hardware without great software is just an expensive paperweight. We not only examine the size of a device's library but also scour the listings and test out some of the higher-end apps and titles. At this point, a good library should feature a number of games, apps, movies and other experiences.